everyone, today I'll be doing a quick recap of the Grand Prix 2022 Chess Tournament Round 1. So without any further ado, let's get straight into the games and the results. On the first board in the A group, Andrei Spenko vs Alexander Grishchuk ended in a draw. On the second board, Ethan Bakrov vs Hikaru Nakamura ended in a draw. In the B group, first board, Vladimir Fedosiev won against Oparin Grigori, and on the second board in the B group, Radoslav, who was a replacement for Ding Liren, won against Richard Rapport. So both are decisive results in the B group. In the C group on the first board, Levan Aronian vs Vidit Gujarati, we are going to be taking a look at this game. On the second board in the C group, Vincent Kemar vs Daniel Dubov ended in a draw. In the D group on the first board, Wesley So vs Nenny Dominguez ended in a draw. And on the second board of D group, Alexei Shirov vs Pentala Harikrishna ended in a draw. So we have 3 decisive results today, 2 in the B group and 1 in the C group. So let's take a look at this game which was played between Levan Aronian and Vidit Gujarati. So the game started off with d4 and it was the names of Indian. Here white goes for e3 and not queen c2 or a3. Black castles. And here after takes. Now this bishop should not capture this knight because the pawns won't be doubled. So after a3, black takes his bishop back and both the players develop their pieces. Here black goes for bishop a6 to remove this bishop out from here. King h1, c5. Now this pawn cannot trap the bishop because this bishop can go on f5. So white plays rook a d1 and here black goes for g6 to trap the bishop. But white plays queen b1. Now this bishop can come back. Black goes bishop b7, knight f4. Now we'll try to attack this pawn. Knight bd7 and black develops his final minor piece. White goes for f3 to take control of the center. Knight f8 to 1096 and remove this knight. p4, c takes d4, e takes d4, bishop into f4, bishop into f4 and knight h5. This bishop has to move from the diagonal. White plays bishop e5, but after f6, this bishop will be captured. Here black plays queen c7 and attacks the knight and the pawn. So white plays knight e2, rook e3, and now black will double up his rooks. Queen a2 attacks this pawn. Black follows his plan. Here both the players are trying to find some activity. Here white's pieces are active here while black's pieces are just on the last rank. So both players get their kings in the center. Here black plays knight e6 but white attacks the pawn now. Now the knight doesn't defend the pawn. h5, bishop d3 attacks this pawn now because the h pawn is not defending it. Knight takes f4, g takes f4 and rook c7 played by black, which is a mistake. He should have gone for f5, but after rook c7, white plays f5 and now he deflects his pawn. And he loses the pawn. Here black plays king g7 to stop rook h7. And white takes his rook back because now this rook is not doing anything on this file. So he'll get it on one of these open files. Rook c3, king e2. And black didn't take this pawn because white could get this open file. Now white defends it. Black plays bishop d7. And here white has an advantage. He just needs to convert it. He slowly pushes. Black is not doing much. And white gets the activity here. Here black tries for a last trick here by playing bishop into b5. His idea is after bishop into b5, which happened in the game, rook e4, king f3, rook f4, king e3, and this king cannot capture this rook because it's a stalemate. This rook controls this rank, pawn controls these 2 squares, this pawn controls this square, and the bishop controls this square. And this pawn cannot move because of the bishop. So white plays king e3 and white is winning here because here black cannot give any stalemate because here now if black plays rook e4 then there is just bishop e2 And now this pawn can move. So it's not a stalemate, it takes. And if he goes rook f1, he'll take it with the bishop, not the king. So after king e1, black takes the pawn. White exchanges the rooks. Black goes for a final try to capture these pawns, but white defends it. And after some moves, black resigns. And Levan Aronian wins this game. These are the standings after round 1. In Group A, all the players draw their games. In Group B, Fedosiev and Radoslav win their games. In Group C, Levan Aronian wins his match against Vidit Gujrati, and Dubov and Vincent Kema draw their games. In Group D also, all the players draw their games. If you want to know more about the Grand Prix 2022 chess tournament, then you can click this video here. And if you want to know why Ding Liren and Dmitry Andrekin won't play the Grand Prix chess tournament, then you can check this video out here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.